Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Burnout Paradise and Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. In this episode, the LM Classic Rossellini is driving around the city, and I would like to go get it, but we have other events to go do first. Especially because we are on the western side of the map, so... You know what? No, I don't want to be on the western side of the map. I really dislike this half of the map. Not because it's a terrible place, but because of how spread out all of the events are on it.
Northeast to the country club.
So instead, we're gonna go back. To the northeast with a race event.
First thing that the western edge of the map does is send you back to the east side.
Yeah.
Sweet takedown.
Thankfully, most of the events on the western side of the map will actually take you back east. I'm very thankful for that, but I still don't want to be on the western edge of the map because I actually do find that the map design on the western side of the map is more hazardous to my playstyle. Not necessarily because there's more driving, but because there's actually a lot more, sharp or difficult to make turns on that side of the map.
Burnout times 4.
Block out the world with headphones on. I've already mentioned this, but I absolutely adore the soundtrack in this game. All right. So in this particular event, it really shows off how useful the GPS autopathing is, because figuring out which intersections and alternate turn pathways that you have in order to get to the High Noon Club from the very southern edge of the map is a fucking nightmare most of the time, because it's not really observable on the mini map that we have over here because we're too zoomed in. But there are only like two actual ways to go from all the way south to all the way north on the eastern side of the map, and it's really easy to confuse which ones those are actually supposed to be. It's a problem that I end up having in later events quite a bit. Ouch.
That's alright, you just lose a little bit of time.
It's not necessarily time that we're worried about losing its position, because you are disabled for, I think it's a total of 6 seconds while you're crashed, and getting later on it's actually really difficult to get and maintain more than a 10-second lead. On the earlier race event, it's pretty simple because the difficulty hasn't started to ramp up yet. But if we take vehicles that aren't speed class and don't do burnout chains, it can be relatively difficult to get a pretty significant lead.
We have a much more manageable number of wins before a license upgrade now. Well done.
I take it we're going to be doing this event next? Yeah. But this one is...
Ready to
back to the goddamn observatory. Sorry.
Go west, young man.
Go west, young man. I know that is a reference to a relatively popular Western American movie, but I do not know. I don't know how I got that takedown for one, but I don't know what the name of that movie is.
That's the name of the movie. Go west, young man. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I remember people in popular fiction were making references to that movie since Pokemon.
Yeah, Meowth makes that reference very explicitly.
Go west, young Meowth.
Oh, I fucking love this track. This is like either my first or second favorite track in the game. This is Nerd's Rockstar, and I understand while we're commentating over it, it might seem a bit weird for me to like this track specifically, but I always get a certain feel of what I would describe as evil adrenaline while listening to this track.
They cannot stop me when I'm having lots of fun. Can't beat my, you can't beat when I'm in first place.
No, Poker Face is not in this game. Although I don't know, it wouldn't have been in because Lady Gaga's Poker Face is 2013, right?
Yeah.
So this game, the remaster of this game exists by then, but the base version of this game does not. This game, the base version of this game, I think, is 2011.
Damn, this game looks pretty good for a 2011 release.
No, well, this is the remaster, so it does have slightly improved graphical fidelity.
Right.
It's almost over now. It's almost over now.
The angry red arrows are swarming in, but they're a full 30 seconds behind you.
They're not 30 seconds behind. They're like 25. And yes, that is an important distinction because if you're disabled for 6 seconds each crash, it only takes about 2.5 crashes for them to catch up if they're 24 seconds behind you.
2.5. I can crash my car two times before I lose to you.
That's effectively the failure rate. Later on, you can for the burning route specifically. If you crash more than twice, you may as well just reset.
Yeah, so take risks. Drive fast. Burnout.
I never lived anywhere with so many broken bridges as Paradise City. While the Civic Works Department is sitting on its big fat can, you guys can use those same bridges to catch some wicked air.
Yes. Thank you, DJ Atomica. He is explaining that pretty much every bridge in Paradise City is an opportunity for either big air or a super jump.
Yeah, social commentary.
Race one-on-one.
Mono and mono.
Crystal Summit Observatory.
I end up doing this one more often than I want to admit, but yes, if you recall, Need for Speed Carbon specifically had you do one-on-one sprint courses for boss fights. That's effectively what these are. These are relatively short sprint courses, to be perfectly honest, but I still don't like doing them because since they're so short of sprint courses, it's relatively difficult to determine how well you're doing in them. But thankfully, this one we get to cheese out with 2 different super jumps.
Nice.
Which cut out, about 5 to 7% of the map.
It's a tight race. Getting wider. Whoa! You're way out in front.
No, we're not way out in front. We're only like 4 seconds ahead. Also, super jump! Thank you. Now we're like 15 seconds ahead because the AI doesn't actually take the super jump shortcuts. It will adamantly refuse to do so. It will take other shortcuts, mind you, but it won't take super jump shortcuts. At least for most of the game. I don't recall if they actually improve that while you're going through the Burnout Elite license.
Look out for the Hunter Manhattan driving.
I dislike the Hunter Manhattan. I really do. It is way too fucking bulky and does not handle well because of its bulk. This is actually a really good track too. Friction has got a very powerful chorus in it. One more race event.
All right.
Hard Fort. Now we can get back to the side of the map that I actually want to be on. Mind you, it's another 5-mile actual race, but oh well. We're in a speed class vehicle. We should be able to do this.
No, funny. I never noticed before how the traffic signal will actually cycle to orange before it goes back to green, even though it's never that way in real traffic law. The racing sim. Must be a video game.
So, what racing games have you played that actually give you a similar sense of adrenaline like this one does, Mr. Cloud?
Well, let's see. Among racing games that I've played, it's been a long time since I played like Need for Speed Underground.
I always found that Underground and Underground 2 didn't really get this sense of speed, though. Mostly because since you were in such densely populated cities, you were asked specifically to have a lot more precision control during the race events there.
How about Crazy Taxi?
Crazy Taxi, despite being so densely populated, wanted you to memorize the map well enough to get this level of speed. But I didn't actually play Crazy Taxi, so.
Right, because on the subject of games that felt fast, in which you were moving fast, I mean, definitely, I would say Crazy Taxi was a faster game than Simpsons Hit and Run.
Which is weird, because Simpsons Hit and Run was a cartoon racer, and you would think that it being, in the Simpsons universe, they would actually play around specifically with how fast and violent that could get, but they didn't want to stress the violence in it, so.
You say that, but the fucking front cover of Simpsons Hit and Run is Homer crashing his car and running for dear life.
I turned the wrong way.
It's all right. We have a well enough lead where we can recover from that. And got it.
Whoosh! Yay! It is nighttime again. Place. Got one more event before we can get up to our B rank license.
Upgrade in one win.
They dropped this out of the sky again.
Yeah, they've been doing that quite a bit. We are children of the sky.
Alright, we've discovered another gas station, which is number 4 of 14. Okay, this is a stunt run that I don't want to do because it's a stunt run. No, this is a normal race. Okay, it just looked like a stunt run because it looked more green than blue. But this is another one-on-one. This is another one-on-one sprint race. Although it looks like we're actually just up against another Hydros Techno. So that's one thing that this game does that doesn't actually impact most of the races, but it feels cheap, where your opponents just start off with a significant lead over you, and you have to actually compete with them against the traffic that they've already gone through.
I don't think from what I've observed, I don't think the AI knows how to burn out in this game.
The thing is, they usually don't. You don't see them boosting, but they definitely have the stats that they can be boosting. I don't recall if they actually get access to Burnout specifically, but then again, I'm not entirely sure that they actually follow the class system at all. To be perfectly honest, I know that the overworld rivals do, but I'm not sure if your race opponents do.
It looks like we're about to lose our. Yep, we lost the lead.
Yeah. But.
Oh, crap.
But.
Looks like you're going to lose.
I might actually lose this one. Maybe.
Yeah, you're going to lose.
Maybe.
Okay, Happy Gilmore.
Got it!
Jesus. That was like 0.7 seconds. Great.
But
shit.
Even with only a 0.7 seconds lead, we have successfully upgraded to a Class B license. See, it's less destroyed now.
26 wins.
Yeah. A-Class license is over 40.
Class A license is waiting for you.
Also, we get the Carson Fastback, which is a vehicle that is good, but I'm not happy about it. Be safe, everybody.